make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog break through, son get through. But I'm break.
Yeah, man. I don't know how come they didn't finish the end of that clip, but this is Parlay with us. You got me, Mr. Bean, Stony Cook, Hustle Stack, Sean Doe should be joining us shortly. Yeah, man. If you guys, as y'all can see the title, I'm gonna just get right into it. You know, shout out to the Patriots. You can see we all decked out in our Patriots gear today, showing love to the team. You know, I put it this way. We was on the brown bag for a little bit. You know, we was wearing the brown bag over our head on some shit for a little bit. But today I was encouraged. And I was not saying totally impressed, but I was encouraged and I was impressed. What's up, Sean Doe? Sean Doe has joined us, people.
Good.
Sean Doe is in the ball and is in the game right now. Like I was saying, I was impressed by the fight that the team put in. They played like, come on. They went to Buffalo and when people were expecting them to get blown out by 30.
I sure did. I was one of them.
All right. And they went in there and they played a good defense. That means Covington got the picture. They went in there and played a good offense besides some mishaps. And we got to get over these mishaps. But that goes to show that Van Pelt got the message. Everybody got the message last week when people was coming for Gerard Mayo and one in his head for trying to put the coaches on notice and putting people on notice. Sometimes you need to be put on notice. All right? You got to be put on notice. And look, when you get put on notice, look what it produces. Yes, obviously they lost the game. We could say that, right? You guys might be watching towards the end. Yes, they scored, made it 21-24, but it was less time. Not enough time to come back and pull out a win with less than a minute to go. But with that being said, guys, they did their thing.
They played great.
They did their thing. And I think everybody just saved their jobs by everybody, as far as in the coaching staff right now, probably saved their jobs. Now we still got 2 games to go to solidify that. But I think today they showed moxie, grit, and like I said, they responded to the heckling. They responded to that shit today. You see what I'm saying? So with that being said, yeah, another loss with 3 in whatever it is now. But I kind of like what I seen today from Stoney and what Stacks was saying early. I kind of like what I saw out the team as far as grit and fight. I know there's much to talk about them. I changed the title, as you can see. Patriots, and I didn't want to put do, but Patriots need better players. And a question mark behind that. What do we think about that? And I know all of us is going to say here on this panel is going to say, yeah, they do need better players. It's obvious. It shows it during the game. Ramon J. Stevens, that had me so vexed during this game that this dude keeps dropping the fucking rock, It's come on. I know it's cold outside. I know the rock feels like literally the ball feels like a rock. But at the end of the day, dude, you got a problem with that. So you should have been protecting the rock.
Key possessions too. Key possessions. That possession right there was huge.
That fumble that last fumble they was moving down the field to actually take a lead. And then he coughs it up. They should have sat his ass the rest of the game, even though he came back and made a nice, good first down run. I think they should have sat him and ran with Gibson to really push a point towards this kid. Protect the fucking rock, Seriously.
I'm quite sure they beat that in his head. I'm quite sure they've told him that over and over.
I'm sure.
He's just having issues with it this year. I mean, granted, that ball was getting dropped left and right by both teams, though.
No doubt. I mean, and I like that, and I like our defensive approach to punch. Where was that 6 games ago? 10 games ago? Where was the punch at?
Hopefully they build off this. Hopefully, they found something that they could take with them.
It's a
Huh?
little easier to punch that motherfucker when it's -1 than when it's fucking 60 degrees, dog.
That's true. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
definitely. The weather.
You're right.
true.
You're right. You're totally
Definitely,
right. You're totally right.
But it's something to build off of. You know, you could build off of this. You know, I mean, they showed a lot of good things. We could have won, man. You know, turnover here, turnover there. It was tight like that. And as you see, we end up losing by 3. We could have been driving to that. We could have took the lead on that drive.
Exactly.
Had we, you know, minimized the turnovers, that would have
minimized the turnovers. Offensive line did a little bit of good work today. You know what I mean? They still need to clean some things up.
Drake May with the running. Oh, shout out to Drake May. He ran the ball great today. I love the way he ran. He got good yards.
I thought he'd been running well all year, Stoney. I think he
I thought he'd been running.
But
they went away from it.
I just love when I love how he decided to run on certain situations. Yeah, he's been running good all year, but I felt like he ran too soon on some occasions. You know, we had a receiver open. He probably lost patience, but today he checked all his reads and he made that decision to go run the ball and get that first down. And that's what I like to see from him. You know, if you got a man open, get that open man, but don't run because you're just nervous and you're impatient. But he showed good poise today, and I love the way he ran for the first downs too. I mean, he ran all year, but a lot of them, but short of the first down. But today, he was getting those first downs.
Yeah. So, Doe, I know, we've been all on the text thread with each other, and I know you voiced your displeasure, during the game, and what's your take? I have to have your take on it too. It's like, what do you think? What happened today? How you feel about today?
Nah, I mean, I didn't voice no displeasure. I didn't say. I basically gave him props. I said, they play hard. That's all.
No. I mean, like with the displeasure, with the fumbling and things like that. Like,
yeah. Well, everybody did. That's just not me. I mean, you're a fan of the team. I mean, and he fumbled last year. This ain't new. He fumbled last year, not as much.
Not at this clip, though. Not at this clip.
He definitely had a clip, but he's had issues. But my thing is, like you guys said, I agree, man. I like the fight, man. For me as a fan, that's what I want, bro. Like, just for you to fight and act like you care, man, and play, because I know it's the media, bro. At the end of the day, the coaches is the coaches, the roster is the roster. But you have to have some sort of pride. If you watch some of these games, some of these teams that don't have great rosters are fighting. Carolina is one of them. They won today.
Yep.
They're 3 and whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they got some good.
Some teams just don't have the talent. So for today, for me, whether they heard it from the media, from the fans, whoever they heard it from, it is what it is. I'm glad they showed up. I feel good. I never feel good about losses. That's just me. Like I said, we all have our own opinions, how we follow things and how we feel about things. I'm old school. I don't feel good about losses. I'm from the Parcel shit of your record's what it is. But the way this year's gone and the way the outside things with, the players off the field, I'm not blaming Gerard for that, but I'm just saying all the shit that happened, even at the beginning of the year with homeboy with the red sleeves, how he was making a problem with his contract in training camp. They asked him to leave the field. From the start of the season all the way till now, we've had a lot of things but football be involved in the scenario. And like I said on Thursday, real quick, in my little Hallmark movie clip, like Stack said, I'm getting to the point now. I'm like, bro, just like with Tatum, like, come on, man. Could we stop it with fire the guy right now? Do it like I know it's the job of the media to do narrative, bro. But for me, it's like, yo, listen. For me, it's like, let me see what the team says. Now, if the team was on some mutiny shit, then I'd be like, yeah, he gotta go. But they're backing him up. They backed him up today. Like I said, man, I'm not one for more victories, but today, man, on some real shit. Maybe because it's Christmas, I'm in that given mood. I give him that today. To me, it was a win. That loss was a win, in my opinion.
Right.
But could we do one fucking thing though? Get rid of that backwards pass shit. I don't know. In the NFL in general, how many turnovers I see on that bi-weekly and shit?
Yeah, that was a dangerous pass, especially in that situation.
Not just us, just in general. Like, why do he do shit like that?
To be that deep in your own, to be that deep in your own, on your own side of the end zone and making a play like that to a yard behind the line of scrimmage, throwing behind. Nah, I wasn't that play. I didn't like. I didn't like that.
That was the difference right there.
That was the difference.
That was the difference. Real quick, shout out to everybody there in the YouTube world. Shout out to people in the Facebook world, Twitch. Thanks for chiming in. Thanks for coming in. If you are here on the YouTube and the Facebook side of things, please hit the like and subscribe. Hit the thumbs up button on the Facebook side of things, and please follow us on Twitch, man. We are trying to grow this channel and be better and more efficient. So please help us out. The more you guys hit those like buttons and them thumbs up, it helps our algorithm. It helps the people get engaged and see what we're coming with on from this podcast. You know, this is Parlay with Us, a Boston's based podcast, and we bring you guys all that fire and good news from Boston sports. So yeah, and entertainment. So yeah, you know, that's the, you know, we could talk all day about the Patriots, you know, as far as the yays and the nays and the things that we need to do. But I think I summed it up for myself today that it's a personnel thing. A lot of people was, you know, coming at Gerard, and like you said, Gerard's family to this show, you know what I mean? But at the same time, not that because that's the factor that we're going to back him all the time. If he's wrong, he's wrong. He's making bad moves. He's making bad moves. We're gonna be honest about that. But when I hear the media, and I'm going to get into this right now because I did a little bit of reading this week. And when I hear the media still to this fucking week 16, almost a year later, still bringing up Mike Vrabel, it's pissing me the fuck off. Because Mike Vrabel shouldn't even be in the fucking conversation. I don't care what nobody thinks. You got to give the man a chance. He's an experienced and former NFL player. So is Mike Vrabel. He got his chance in Tennessee. So what's the problem here? But, you know, they quick to want to push Gerard out the door because things is not going the way they see it for the first friggin' season in his coaching career. But I'm glad today, I think today, he probably quieted and chilled some of that commentary. Just based on, regardless if we lost or not, just based on the play today and the coaching today. The coaching was great today. We saw it on defense, on offense, and with the head coach. Good coaching today. Bad player mistakes. Players need to get better with controlling, securing the ball, protecting the ball. And obviously, y'all know what we need as far as personnel. And that's that. I just know this is a personnel situation. Bill said this years ago when he had bad personnel. Bill always put it out there and say, yo, it's the personnel. It's what he's cooking with. And he needed to make moves to make that roster better. And they gave Bill that opportunity to do that because while he was picking the groceries and he was freaking feeding it, right? Feeding the crew. So that's where I'm at with it. Let the guy pick the groceries. You got Elliott Wolf. They're supposed to have a good relationship. Let them start cooking. I'm sure after this season, these guys know what they need to make moves on. I'm sure they know it. We see it as fans. And, you know, people, you know, guys that's into the game. We go to these games. We watch these games. We're just not fair weather fans and we're happy when they win. And then we chastise them when we lose. No, we watching for the mistakes. We're looking for all that stuff so we can critique it and see where they need to make better plays, make better moves. I know it's a personnel thing, period. Wide receiver, defensive end, you know, all that stuff. Like I was watching some of these games, and I know I'm ranting, and y'all probably saying, yo, Neil's pissed. But I was watching this game, And when tackles should be made, tackles are not being made. You know what I mean? You got the guy behind the line of scrimmage, and he's still able to sneak off on your ass and get 5 and 6 and 7 and 10. That's bullshit. Somebody's not adhering to the assignment. All that is personnel. I digress.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's just all part of the growth. It's Mayo said it in his press conference. We're going to develop players, we're going to develop coaches, we're going to have a culture here where everybody is going to grow from within. We're going to continue to learn, and we're going to continue to get better. So, I trust the process. I'm going to continue to watch, the off season, the rest of this season, and so on, and see where this ends up or where he takes this to. But, this is his first year. He has a project in front of him, and he knows that this is going to be, a couple of years before he gets this team where he wants to get this team. So I'm going to watch, and I love what I'm seeing. I love the quarterback play today. He did some things today that I was hoping he would do, and that's show fight. He showed fight, he showed heart, he showed that he wanted to win, and he showed that he wanted to, make plays. So that's all you ask for this quarterback, and hopefully they add to the pieces and continue to get better. But we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch.
Yeah, definitely. I'm just upset because like I said, those pundits out there that's pushing for the exit door for Gerard and the whole coaching staff, if you want to call it that. I know it's gonna be like that, but sometimes they gotta say, hold up, man. The only person in out of these pundits that I listen to is Scott Zolak, he's on page. Scott Zolak's like, nah. As much as these guys be barking, Scott's like, oh, hold up. You got to give him a chance. You got he jumps in there and he kinds to quell that rhetoric right away. So I give a shout out to Scott Zolak.
Well, Zolak played, so that's
right. Zolak played. That's the difference. That's the difference. Half these pundit guys are just journalists that went to college, became a sports journalist, and never freaking got on the field to catch a rock or run a rock. You see what I'm saying? So
you know what I think that they're not really giving him a chance to do, because a lot of his criticism ain't even really his coaching, it's his press conferences and what he said.
True.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you think about it, a lot of the
you're totally right. Sometimes you gotta shut
visceral is from what he says, and it's like that's not fair, bro. Like the dude's a first year fucking. I don't care if he's a friend of the show or not. I'm looking at it this like, bro, like enough's enough with this weirdo shit, bro. Like I get it, you have a job to do, but it comes a point where it just sounds like hate. Now you got, Twitter's a motherfucker. Him, don't go on Twitter. Because they're calling him like a DEI hire and all that. Like
this is what I'm talking. I didn't even want to get into all of that, though. But that's what I'm more pissed off about.
It's one of these things, and I actually like Vrabel, but think about it. Did he ever win a Super Bowl?
No.
You know what I'm saying? If you're gonna bring in someone year one after you fire someone you gave the job to, you better bring in someone that won a Super Bowl, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Not someone else that is a good coach. Vrabel's not a bad coach, obviously. No.
Obviously, he's not. I'm not even.
Let me finish though. What I'm saying is, you ain't gonna replace someone you trying to groom or grow. I don't like groom. You trying to grow, and then you come in with someone that didn't win. The reason why we give Bill all this shit, all this props and everything. No, even though he hasn't done dog shit in 3 years or 4 years, whatever it is, because what he's won. You understand what I'm saying? So you have that cachet if you've won. You know what I'm saying? And I mean win by a Super Bowl, not going to the playoffs and losing in the first and second round, not having a good, solid program when you got your over 5. That's cool. If you're going to replace him, which I'm not saying they showed up what I want them to do, I'm just saying, people that keep playing Vrabel and McDaniels, we're gonna keep bringing McDaniels. Like, come on, bro. Like, no. But my thing is, my original point is Gerard's press conferences, how he says what he says, and to the point now, if the motherfucker says he eats peanut butter and jelly, it's like, oh, what is he? Yeah. It's to that point, and that's not fair in my opinion. But like I said, it matters what happens on the field and in the locker room. And on the field they fought, and I feel as though they ain't letting this homeboy down. And that's why I really came out of this on a positive note today, from what I've seen. Now, build on it next week. I don't know who they're playing. I know they play Buffalo one more time. Who they playing next week?
They play Chargers. And then end it with the Bills.
In the Bills, right? So just keep fighting. And like you said, Beans, tackling, they actually was in the right positions today. They just couldn't make the tackle, like you said. And that's talent. Last week, they weren't even in the right position to make the tackle. You know what I'm saying? So that has to be worked on the roster. And like I said, man, I have to give, from just a fan and seeing that, the fight they put into that game today and not giving up and not laying down for their coach.
The receivers made great catches today. That was another thing I was impressed with today with these guys. They
Totally right.
Great catches. Booty was making some good catches.
Booty was making catches.
Shout out to Hooper and
Hooper.
Booty
the other tight ends.
Booty been the best receiver all year, if you ask me.
Yeah.
You're totally right about that.
That's the guy that stays on the roster, and then you add more pieces to that. You know, Bourne might get released, so that's just what's happening here. You know, there's always these guys that seem to just take that role and embrace it, and you know you can count on them to make those type of catches, to make that key, you know, juke to get that first down, knowing where the first down sticks are at. So that's what you want. And I saw that today. I saw these receivers getting open, fighting for that ball, getting that first down, and they just refused to lay down. They was really getting it today, and I like that.
And I like
That's
the way
a good point, Stoney, because there was a few routes across the middle where they could have came up lame, and they could have snake handed that shit. Alligator that they didn't. That's what I'm trying to say. This is the little
got hit on one of those catches. He got popped on one of those.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. This is when you know the team is fighting, just not for their coach, but for themselves, bro. Hooper, he knew his head was gonna be off his fucking shoulders, and he still
held on to that.
That's why you seen Drake May laid him out. That was not cool for Drake May. I'm not saying he did it on purpose.
But I think he did.
He showed that reaction
at that moment, though. No, I think that was an experience. He realized what he did.
Yeah, no, for sure.
When it happened, he's like, "Oh shit!" That's why he grabbed his helmet. He realized, man, that was great pass, but not in that situation,
not in that space. But Hooper could have been like, "Yo, we're 3-50. I'm not going for this." He's like, "Nah, I'm catching this ball." That's what I'm trying to say. That's the fight I'm talking about, bro. Not just tackling good and running the ball hard. I'm saying going across the middle. I think Douglas had a few plays where he could have made a career decision and he didn't. He fought for it.
Douglas had
the kid. What's the kid Gibson's first name? What's Gibson's first name?
Antonio.
Keep that kid. Keep that kid.
Third down back.
Yeah, he was Washington's high draft pick a couple years ago.
Yeah, keep that kid. Develop into he looked like he could catch out the backfield. Like
he was a receiver in college, right, Stacks?
Was he a receiver?
Yeah, he converted I think it's junior year to running back.
Okay. Because I seen him I love that lining him out wide and stuff like that, confusing the defense. That was great. And they know if they don't pay attention to Gibson in that situation, he's gonna burn them. So, like you said, I like what I saw today, though. Good adjustment, as far as team adjustment. And like you said, we're gonna say it a million times. Good fight in them. They showed, like you said, not no lay down shit. They fought to the end, and yes, like I said, people was expecting a 30-point blowout. And that didn't happen. So like I think they said in the past 3 games, they was averaging 45. Buffalo Wills.
41.
They scored more than 30, like six straight games.
There you go.
We haven't scored over 30 in like a lot of games. We have a streak of our own without scoring 30 points. They made that comparison. They had a streak of scoring 30. We have a streak without scoring 30.
Yeah, they Buffalo the highest scoring team in the league, I believe.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. Yes, they are.
Yes, they are. Right. And that you're surprised that's over Detroit, who got all that weapons. But yo, once again, we're not gonna hold it for a whole half an hour on the Patriots. We like what we saw with the Patriots today. Move that momentum forward to this Chargers game. Play the heck out these last two games, and then you let the coaches reevaluate the personnel and who's here next year. Who's here next year? The ones that's not, then we know what it is. Barmar had to be sit back down again. Something's going on with Barmar.
He's out for the season.
Yeah, I think the blood clots pop back up, man. I hope he does well for himself, man.
That might retire him out. That might put him in retirement. We've had, if you guys don't know, there's been NFL players who had these situations, and what they do, they retire. So yeah, I would say look forward to that. Not saying that it's gonna happen, but usually in that scenario, I've heard of it before. These guys sit back, they sit down. The coach, the doctors will say, no, don't put yourself in that situation. So knowing that he had to go back out because of the same thing, yeah, I think he should hang it up. Don't risk your life for this game, for this sport. Even though we love it, right? And we liked him as a player. He was a dog. He was good up front, you know.
He was coming along. He definitely was coming along.
He was coming along, you know. So they got to just, you know, defensively make some moves on the front end, on the front four. I hate to say, Dedrick Wise seems like he's getting old. He's done. Move on from that.
That motherfucker is a rib sandwich platter. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Get him out. We need guys that got that motor that could keep going, man. Like, and sometimes it's, you know, it's the young guys, but there's going to be moves to make in that situation. You know what I mean? Moves to make. Hold on, we got first person. Let me see. Nay, somebody called Nay 0406. Let me see what they got to say. We're gonna give them a little run. I really enjoyed the little I watched. It was so cool. Honestly, you are good, and I really like what you're doing. It's super cool, and I love to have a great conversation with you. If you are cool with that, feel free to add me on Discord. I don't know what that is, guys. Y'all might need to tell me about that because I don't even know. And that's someone called from the Twitch side of things.
Hey, shout out to them for checking us out.
Yeah, shout out for them for checking us out.
And you know, we're gonna be here, man. You know,
continue watching. We're gonna be here, and whatever the conversation that you want to get into, once it's sports, we can get into that conversation. Nay, you know, throw the question out there, ask the question, and we will answer. So thanks for everybody who, like I said, once again, if you're tuning in, YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, I see people out there coming in and out on the live. Please like, subscribe. I don't care if you're in there for 2 seconds. Hit that thumbs up and that like button before you jump off. But we got a lot to say, and we got a lot of good information to give you guys. So you should be sticking on. You should be, you know, chilling out with us for a little bit. And like I said, you got comments, jump in the comments. We always like to answer some of these comments. But we're gonna move on to the NFL week here, week number 16, and we're gonna recap that. I have some of the games down on the slate. If you guys want to take over that's up to you. Y'all could get it started. But what do y'all think, man? Oh, I'm gonna start with this.
Eagles Commanders.
Let's start with the Eagles Commanders.
Whoa,
what a game. 36-33. Commanders come back and took care of business. I know that it was a shocker for Eagles and probably, you know, that probably stymied their chances of getting that home field advantage because Detroit won today.
Yeah, so, I felt like this was a spot for this is the spot they normally lose. The Eagles. That's why I mentioned that, you know, the last show. This is that spot where they usually lose, especially to division rival like the Redskins. Well, the Commanders. Excuse me. It was just a bad spot for them, you know.
And Jalen Hurts got hurt in the first quarter.
Yeah,
so.
that game is totally different. It's a whole different conversation.
I agree, man. But the fact of the matter is, they lost today. Definitely, you know. But it was gonna be that type of game. It was gonna be that type of game. It was gonna be hard. It was gonna be physical, and he was gonna have to be careful. That's just what it was, and he had to expect that. I didn't see that play that he got that concussion on. I don't know if he could have went out of bounds. I don't know if he could have slid. I don't know what the case was on that play. But I knew that the Commanders was gonna come and play today. They was gonna really get physical with these guys, and that's just what they did.
They was on the way to getting their ass popped until Jalen got hurt. I'm gonna tell you that right now. They was on the way. I just think that they was gonna run away. Philly was gonna run away with that. As soon as I don't think they would have ran away. Come in the game, I knew Washington had a chance. I don't care what nobody say.
Look, I feel like if Hurts stay in the game, Washington might have. They would have had a chance to at least tie the game. I think it would have been.
No, I think the way Jalen was playing with that offense, I think Philly would have popped them. I think they were on the way to beat their ass anyway. And Jalen got hurt.
Stacks got to give it to Jalen Daniels. Jaden Daniels. Jaden Daniels. Sorry, I said Jalen. Yo, the kid played well. And he ran for 81 yards, bro, on 9 carries.
Defense.
All right, because 81 yards on 9 carries, bro. So
the backup came in and gave him scored. Stacks. The backup came in and scored.
He didn't play that well. I watched that.
But they still, the
all those out there. I got all my. I'm Philly. That's my number 2 sports team right there. Is Philly, and Kenny Pickett played like shit. And that defense, you say what you want, but that defense would have never been on the field that much if Jalen Hurts was in the game. That defense was on the field way too much. Jalen Hurts behind Saquon. Jalen Hurts is the captain of that shit, bro. And you ain't gonna tell me that they was not. That's a different Philly offense with Jalen Hurts. Way different. Way different. There's too many options with Jalen Hurts on the field than Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett's in the game, you like, fuck it. He ain't gonna run. That's number 1. And number 2, he has the potential to keep you in the game with the shit he does. And he did. And he did. So I just feel that, Philly could have lost that game, but I just don't think if Jalen Hurts was in there, I just think I think they win that game by at least 2 touchdowns. They was up by like 21-0 anyway.
Stacks, do they rest him? Do they rest Hurts?
That's concussion. That's up to him. That's up to the doctors with that.
There's only 2 games left. If they know they ain't gonna get the number 1 spot,
they still got to get that 2. They still got to get that 2.
Yes, they do. Yes, they do.
They got to get that 2 seed.
Minnesota's on that ass.
Yep.
Minnesota.
What up behind the grill? Real quick, let me shout out to Behind the Grill. What up behind the grill? YouTube. Out of YouTube. Behind the Grill says, "What up, Parlay fam? What up?" Behind the Grill, he said, "Congrats, Entertainment Boston Parlay Podcast." Oh, thank you. Overall, excited about the Patriots. Came to play. You're right. Offense game today. May Stevenson Booty. But that's what they say, Booty. But Stevenson, yes, I understand Stevenson. I know you want to give Stevenson some props, but Stevenson needs to stop with the dropping of the rock.
Yeah,
he has
to stop fumbling.
Behind the grill, that's the problem. We cannot be caught. We cannot be having fumbles, turnovers, and even May. Like, you can't. But that one that he had when he dropped the ball there, that he was catching a rock. So literally a hard rock. So I could see where his hands wasn't ready, and that shit hit him in the hands, and it was just too hard to grasp it. But Stevenson needs to clean that up if he wants to stay on this roster, bro. Like,
yes,
period.
I have to clean it up because
he got to clean that up. But once again, thanks Behind the Grill for checking us out. I know you've been on this. You've been on our channel before, and you've commented and you hanged out with us before. We appreciate it. Keep please coming on. Hit the thumbs up button and the like button, whatever you can do, and we appreciate it, man. Thank you. But like I said, we'll move on from the Patriots. Let's go to another game, guys. I think was interesting. Real quick, Bengals Bengals are in it. Y'all said last week the Bengals are done. No. The Bengals are in it. The Bengals are in it.
Yeah, but it's gonna be a wrap for them pretty soon because they're not in control. You know,
I know they're not in control, but they could get that wild card. If they keep
getting no wild card,
they're not gonna get it.
They getting no wild card.
They need to watch it happen.
Just listen. Have y'all watched the standings? They're in them in Indiana's in the hunt for the last spot, bro.
Yeah, but then they're not gonna get it.
The Bengals, I'll be shocked. I'll be shocked if they win.
All right.
Yeah, they're not. It's too much of a hurdle.
Too much has to happen for them to get it.
Too much has to happen.
And plus, though, this is in that division that they're in, they're gonna get another L.
Yeah, I mean they could win out, but it's just you got teams like the Chargers, Denver, even Indianapolis and Miami's in front of them, and they path is way easy. Look,
no. Miami's not in front of them, bro. Miami's not in front of them.
Yes, I'm looking at it right now.
Did Miami win their game?
Yes, they did.
Miami won.
Okay, that's probably that's probably what leapfrogged them. But before
Miami's not going to make it either.
Miami's not making it.
Nah, man, it's going to be Denver. Denver's going to get that last spot.
I agree with Stoney. I think
Denver's going to get that last spot, man.
Even though that loss to the Chargers on Thursday night,
they only had 5 losses. They only had 5.
Yeah, they was
all the other teams like the Bengals. The Bengals
able to afford that loss.
Yeah, they could afford that loss.
They could afford that loss.
Okay. But shout out to Joe Burrow. 4,000 yards. He should be Joe 4,000 yards. He's the first to reach 4,000 yards and some kind of shit. He beat some kind of record. Just so you guys know, look it up.
Joe had a winning record. He'd be in the MVP talk.
There you go. That's all I'm saying. As much as people was, and them and Chase. Come on, him and Chase. I don't know. They just maybe like you said, Stoney. You said it. The beginning of this season. They start late. They started way too late. They started way too late. If they would have got on the horse a little bit earlier, we would be talking a different tune right now about that team.
They got hot extremely late. They usually get it going way sooner than they did, but this for some reason this shit. And Burrow was hurt too. He was banged up too. That people wasn't really talking about it, but he was banged up in the beginning of the season. He was coming off an injury last season, and he was still gimpy off that same injury. I think his non-throwing hand. He had one of those type of injuries that was still lingering into this season, and it showed in his play. He wasn't really passing the ball too well. He wasn't throwing for too many yards, but he finally got it going. But I think he got it going a little too late.
Yeah, a little too late. I'll just give y'all the score. They took care of the Browns 24-6. Next game. I'm glad. Listen.
Hit the thing, brother. The game's almost on. Hit the Stony books.
Okay, hold on. Y'all gotta remember. You guys gotta keep that up with me. I'm not paying attention to the clock.
6 minutes for game time, so we gotta hit the book.
So let's do that. We're gonna do the first segment of Stony Cook's Sportsbook or Stony on Sportsbook. Give me 1 second, guys. Let me find that. And wow, did I lose it? No, I didn't. Hey, what's up, man? It's Stony Sportsbook. Crook is live. And like you said, that's that money sign, man. You hear that cha-ching? That means we're gonna give y'all some good parlays, some good best bets. So Stony, Sean Doe, you guys take it away. This is y'all thing here.
Sean Doe, you could start with your props.
Yeah. So tonight, real quick, I have Baker Mayfield 250 plus yards passing, CeeDee Lamb's over 6.5 receptions, Rico Dowell over 50 yards rushing, Tampa Bay over 20.5 points, and that's a 4-pick parlay. At plus
Okay, can you repeat that one more time for the people out
Baker
there?
Mayfield 250 passing yards, CeeDee Lamb 6.5 receptions over. Rico Dowdle rushing yards 50, and Tampa Bay to basically scored 21 points, 21 and over. We cover that, and that's
nice.
Plus 700.
Nice, thank you, Sean Doe.
Yeah.
Crooks, what you got up? Couple
So
minutes.
yeah. So real quick, I'm gonna go with the total in tonight's game. I'm gonna take the under 47 between Tampa Bay and Dallas. I like Tampa, but I think 4.5 is just a little too much to lay on the road. So I'm just gonna go ahead with the total, and I'm gonna take the under 47. I think it's gonna be that type of game. They're gonna run the ball. You know, they're gonna play a little tight. So I'm gonna go with the under 47 tonight.
And that's Tampa versus who?
The Cowboys.
Cowboys. All right. So yeah, thanks Stony's, thanks Doe for that sports book. And we will be giving you guys some more bets for, I guess we got some Christmas games. We got some what is it Tuesday and is it Christmas Eve and Christmas stacks?
Yeah. The game's
Yeah.
everywhere.
I think two, there's a double header on Netflix.
That's
Christmas
crazy.
game. Christmas game. Double
Has
header
there ever
on
been,
Netflix.
real quick, question to all you guys. Has
Mhm.
there ever been that like shorter span between games for a team? And like for Baltimore, wouldn't that be like 4 days or something? 5 days?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why they played on Saturday, though, I think.
Yeah, but it's still Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
So when do they play again?
That's only 4 days, fam. I've never heard of that.
Nah. They
They
Let me
play
look at the
Saturday,
schedule.
right?
Let
So
me
then
look
they
at the
play on
schedule.
Christmas Day, right? So that's Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. Christmas is Wednesday, right?
Yeah, Christmas is Wednesday.
That's 4 days, fam. I've never heard of that, bro.
Yeah, I'm about to, well, they probably
That's
got
wild, bro.
they
That's
probably
wild.
got
They are playing Christmas at 4:30 against Houston. Pittsburgh is playing Christmas at
That's crazy,
and KC
bro.
is playing Christmas at, so
4
they
days
all on
between
short
games?
rest, right? That's all on short rest.
That's insanity.
And Seattle's playing Thursday night, the last Thursday night game against Chicago. So they're on short rest too. They just played.
I get maybe
that is-
5, 4
Yeah,
days.
no,
That's called plain
but
and
you know what's
simple.
gonna
That's called
happen?
that's
Every
called
year they're
pure
gonna pick a
T.
new team. Go ahead.
That's called pure T fucking greed.
Yes,
There you
That's
go.
exactly,
There you go.
bro.
I think they're gonna pick different
Exactly
teams
what
every
that
year
is.
Tell
to
them
have that type
stats,
of
bro.
schedule.
That's crazy,
Of course,
bro.
of course they would.
4 days
Yeah, they're gonna,
rest
they're gonna
in
pick
football,
different
bro.
teams to do that. I mean,
That's not.
but
even-
they're gonna it's gonna work out for them on the back end. They're gonna have a lot of days off after that. So
Yeah,
look
but
at it that way.
That is true because I just looked at the schedule, guys. There's only two teams playing on Sunday.
I bet you $1 to a donut, they'd rather have their regular schedule than play
Yeah,
on
4
fucking
days.
Christmas.
Yep. It's going to be the Commanders and somebody on Sunday. So that's the only in Atlanta.
Praise
Commanders
them,
in
bro.
Atlanta. The only game on Sunday. That is wild.
That is wild.
That is wild. All the games this week.
Only one game on Sunday.
One game on Sunday. The rest of the games will be playing on Saturday.
On
Saturday,
right?
On
No,
Saturday.
you know what that is too? Though they don't want to compete with that college football playoff. I'm telling you that right now. Because I'm telling you that college football playoff, the way them stadiums are packed like that, the way the attendance was, and the way that TV ratings was for that college football playoffs, NFL, college football is the only juggernaut that can stand up to the NFL.
excuse
They're
me.
the only one that can
Well,
stand
Let me
up to
take
the
that back, guys. Let me take that back.
I thought NFL now.
Let me take that back, guys. I apologize for that. I made a mistake. There are going to be games on Sunday. It's Saturday that I'm really talking about. Saturday, they got multiple games. Like, this is crazy for this week. Saturday, we got 3-4 games on Saturday alone. That's wild. Thursday, we got a game. Doubleheader on Wednesday. Like, the NFL's really pushing the button this week. And that's crazy to me. I apologize. We do have multiple games on Sunday. I was looking at something different, but yeah. And then the games on Sunday seems very kind of like nothing is such for the Packers Vikings that come off the charts, and that's it. The rest of the game seems very like and the Falcons Commanders. So that's for Sundays. Sundays don't even have like a good slate lineup. But there is some games on Sunday, so I apologize for giving y'all the wrong information. But yeah, let's get back to the scores. The Lions took care of the Bears 34-17. The Lions needed that win because the last two games was shaky for them. They got beat up by Buffalo and stuff like that. So they needed that win tonight. Next game I want to talk about. I don't even need to go into the Lions like that, but the next game I want to talk about is the Falcons did beat up on the Giants like you guys predicted. I think Stack said that. 34-7. What do y'all think about that game?
A lot of turnovers. There was 2 pick sixes. That the dude Drew Lock from the Giants. That team. That you talking about a team in disarray? You talking about a team that's in bad shape?
That team is bad, dog. They are bad.
Bad shape. And the things that they're doing over there it's just terrible. But a lot of that scoring came from the 2 pick sixes. I mean, the guy was
and Judon.
Had one. Penix, he played decent today. He did some good things.
He had an INT. He didn't have a touchdown, but
first game.
They would have had a touchdown if Kyle Pitts could catch the fucking football. The fuck is wrong with that guy, man?
Drake London got hurt. They number one wideout.
I was gonna text you that.
Kyle Pitts.
Kyle Pitts is a bust.
He's a bust. That guy should just be.
I had him on my fantasy, and I picked him high on my fantasy. That was a bad one.
That wasn't on. Penix he was whatever, but Pitts did him no favors. Literally dropped the fucking ball for the intercept. That was on Pitt. It wasn't on Penix.
Yeah, they said that intro was not on Penix.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, they did say that. They did say that.
Literally, Pitts in his hands, out of his hands. That guy, I was one of the guys. Oh, give him a chance. Nah, man, that guy is just not. I don't know.
He's horrible. He doesn't even play hard.
I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is.
So with that being said, do y'all think Kirk Cousins is finished?
Oh yeah,
it's a money thing. They don't.
He's coming back. I mean, he's gonna be on the roster. He's gonna be the backup, but yeah, he's done. He's done.
Well, they might cut him before his bonus. $10 million.
Ooh, you could be right.
I think they got until March though to cut him.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's if they make the playoff. They still in that playoff race. They're in it definitely. That's the team that's in it. They like to have a game behind Tampa. That's why Tampa needs to win tonight. Tampa lose, then Atlanta, I think they'll be tied for that number one spot.
Yeah, I'm looking at it now.
I think Atlanta will get them because they beat them twice. So
exactly. So Atlanta they'll be in first place.
Yep.
So Tampa needs to win today.
God damn, Kirk Cousins. Listen, I told you about that injury, Stoney. I tried to tell you that. I told you that motherfucker there, boy. Woo wee.
Yeah.
Yo, that Achilles, and maybe
it's tough.
Let me talk about this person and this dude. I'm gonna say, because I'm not a fan of him. Some of you guys like this kid, like this guy. Aaron Rodgers is a douchebag. I'm sorry, guys.
Oh yeah, he is now.
He's a douche. He's a douchebag. Bro. Sorry, I hate to say douchebag.
He's another one. The Jets would be. I wouldn't bring him back. I was listening. I was watching. You talk about a fucking circus over there, though. But that shit, that report's coming out with the owners' kids in the locker room and all type of shit like that, talking crazy in the locker room. I've never seen that. Have you ever heard of that? The kids in the locker room talking crazy to the players, dog.
Yeah, and unfortunately he's the owner, but it's just a bad culture. That's what you can have great players, but if you don't have a good culture, you're not gonna win.
That's true.
You're not gonna win.
I've never seen the owner's kids go in the locker room and tell the players how bad they are. He sucks. You suck. That's wild.
That's wild.
That's another bad owner. That's another bad owner behind Jerry Jones. That dude, Woody Johnson.
Woody Johnson. Oh yeah, the Johnson family. They don't know what.
Jerry Jones. You never hear Jerry Jones dealing with his players like that. I'm sorry.
No.
You never see.
No, not like that. He's just bad.
Jerry Jones is not. Jerry Jones just does dumb shit.
Yeah, he's a personnel disaster.
There
you go. You're right.
He's actually professional.
I'm with Joe. You don't hear Jerry Jones is not. I don't think he's a bad owner, Stoney. I just think he does dumb shit. But
yeah, he's not a GM. He's
not a GM. Yes.
Yeah, there you go, though. I agree.
He's not a GM. And think about it, though. Think about it. He hurt them since they lost, since the breakup of the 90s. He hasn't been able to.
and then on top of that,
since 96.
On top of that, makes him not a bad owner. Is you don't hear nobody that used to play for the Cowboys ever say bad about
he treats everybody with respect.
Yeah, but that Woody Johnson shit, that shit is wild.
So is it true that
kids wow.
did a Madden rating? He said don't trade for Jerry Jones.
Somebody in the front office leaked everything. The fucking kid was in the locker room. That shit going down in flames.
He didn't get a play based on his Madden rating. You believe that?
That's
shit?
Crazy.
Damn,
that is insane.
That is crazy.
That is crazy.
I've never seen the players go. Kids of the owner go in the locker room and tell the players. And shout out to them guys. That kept their cool because that shit could have went left.
Right.
Yeah,
there you go. That could have went left. You're right. You're totally right.
That Aaron Rodgers injury last year, I think it set him back a little bit. I really do. I think if he doesn't get injured last season, I think they would have did good things over there in New York.
True.
Another thing that set Aaron Rodgers back is called fucking karma, you bitch. That's what it's called. That's exactly what set his ass back, you fucking chump. I don't like that dude. I don't like that dude, man.
I do not like that dude.
I don't like
especially
that dude.
If y'all go
the way he did Green Bay, the way he tried to shit on Love before he left. And shout out to the GM for Green Bay. Shout out to the coach from Green Bay for standing up to that clown and getting him out of there.
Getting him out of there.
Shout out Green Bay is a first class organization. They stood up to Brett Favre as well.
There you go.
They stood up to Brett Favre as well. Brett got Brett out of there for Aaron. And Aaron gonna come in here with the same shit and try to hold them hostage. That's the reason why Devontae Adams left, because he didn't. Aaron was too wishy-washy. He didn't know if he was gonna stay. So Devontae like, fucking, I'm out. You always going on some darkness shit with a canoe. I don't know what you're doing. I'm out. I'm gonna go over here to the Raiders with my man. But
no,
yeah.
Listen, if you guys listen to Aaron Rodgers' press conference this afternoon, and after he said the things he said, them Jets fans went on Twitter and all them other social media sites and was laying it on him. Get the fuck out of here! The whole night. They don't want him no more.
Whenever you don't want him there, come off the field though, and the coach comes to give you high five and dap you up, and you push him away. That's why.
He's wilding.
He's wilding. We all don't get along with our family. Once you guys know he don't talk to his mother and his brothers and all that. So I'm not blaming him. Family's family, but that dude's just a weirdo, fam.
Weirdo,
He got a special call.
He get everything he fucking deserved. To me, if you ask me, me, I believe
just lay down and retire, bro. Get out of there. You're done. You're done.
But,
you know what I mean?
But having an owner that they got, they'll bring him back. They'll bring him back.
They kind of have to.
They kind of
his Madden rate is still high.
They have to bring him back.
But they better be drafting a quarterback though.
And they need to get more players too.
Draft that quarterback though.
They got a star running back. They do.
That team got pieces.
They do, and then they're gonna have Devontae for the second year, so he'll know the playbook a little better. Yeah, they got too much good things going on over there for them to underachieve like that. They have to fix that problem.
And it's Aaron Rodgers, Stoney. I hate to say it, it's him, bro.
Too much time.
I know you, Tony. I know you. I know you probably saying give Aaron a chance. I know you probably saying give him one more chance.
I want to see that team play to its full potential. Like as a fan of the game, I want to see a team like that play to their full potential.
But it's the quarterback, bro. I'm telling you,
all over the place in that team.
You know what though? We can't. Well, I can't be because I said it. We can't be hypocritical because I can't be because we don't like Aaron Rodgers because what he says in his press conference and all that. Just like with Mayo, it's like sometimes the messaging, I'm not comparing the two, but when you say things people don't like, or you quote unquote throw someone under the bus, at the end of the day, man, Aaron Rodgers at this age is still better than half the quarterbacks in the league. I'm gonna keep it real, whether I like him or not. So you're not gonna get anybody in the draft next year.
You really think so?
Yes.
Why they 4-12?
Yeah,
he'll be better next year.
4-12 if he's one of the better quarterbacks still in this league. Why they 4-12?
Why is Cincinnati 4-12?
Why they don't have 7 wins or 8 wins?
It's just not it's just not a quarterback, Beans. It's not just a quarterback thing.
I think them getting rid of the coach.
It's a lot of things that go into a football team. It's just not the
I know that. I know that.
If we say that, then what about Burrow?
Let me not be hypocritical.
Cincinnati's 4-12 because their defense is putrid. That's why.
Yeah, but then you could look at the Jets the way they are because their coach is putrid. That affects the team. That affects the team.
And they got rid of their coach. And they got rid of their coach.
Tell me, you don't think Aaron Rodgers has fucking devastated that locker room?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
No, it is. Stoney, it is. He got the coach fired. Stoney, he got the coach fired.
When they got rid of that coach,
fired.
He's been devastating locker rooms.
Stoney, he got the coach fired. He got the coach fired.
Not only that, think about what he did to that young kid, Garrett Wilson's fucking confidence when he fucking threw him under the bus time and time again and said he wasn't good enough and made the Jets go get his homeboy. Yeah, Tay's here. Call the man Tay and shit. Yeah, Tay's here. It's going to be a great pickup. We got Tay here. That dude ain't skating. He ain't skating, dog. He ain't skating. I'm going to hold him to the same accountability we hold every other quarter. If Lamar Jackson did that shit, oh my God.
Oh my God.
I'm gonna hold him to the same accountability that he, because he's too good. Okay, he's still great, like they say. He destroyed that team, bro. He went in there and just took over that team, destroyed that locker room, bro.
He divided that locker room.
It's amazing.
He divided the locker room
because
you don't think some players, before you start, you don't think some players didn't like what happened to Silas? Do you think that some players was riding?
I don't know what's behind that. I can't. We just can't say Aaron Rodgers was the big reason why.
I can. He was behind.
When you got that crazy ass owner. That crazy ass owner acting on him.
Aaron has his ear, Stoney. Aaron has his ear.
Yes. He wanted Silas out. Him and Silas wasn't getting along on the sideline.
I'm just saying, but the reception that he got when he arrived, for it to turn 360, it's just crazy.
Because he changed the locker room.
Everybody was really excited to have him on that team.
With those pieces that they got, put Russell Wilson there, they winning games. I'll tell you that right now. Put Russell Wilson there, they winning games. Put any other decent quarterback, Kirk Cousins before the ACL, they winning games. I'm telling you that right now. That dude is full of himself. They don't. I'm telling you, that offense, they want him out of there. I couldn't play with that dude. I'm just sorry. He just destroyed Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson. Just remember, every mock draft, every fantasy, Garrett Wilson was one of the top receivers. Was one of the top receivers. He fooled me because I picked his ass in the first round. All right, and I'm telling you, Aaron Rodgers, he just fucked that locker room up, and he was trying to do the shit to Green Bay, and Green Bay stood up to him and got his ass out of there. I mean, that's just what he do, bro. Now, I watch when the season's over, he gonna start his antics. I guarantee. I'll go to the window. Like you say, Stoney and Door, I'll go to the window with that shit. I'll go to the window. When the season's over, he's gonna start his antics.
Yep. He's already starting it. He already made some comments. I don't know. And he started talking about players that shouldn't. Like, how you gonna say players that shouldn't be there, bro? Like, how you gonna say that on a press conference after a loss? You talking about people that we need to reevaluate like if they could play or not. He's talking about players on his team that they need to check themselves to see if they need to be here next year because they ain't good enough. Who the hell is you, bro?
As bad as Kirk Cousins is playing, them guys in the locker room was riding for Kirk. They was riding for Kirk. As bad as he was playing, them guys in the locker room were still riding for Kirk.
Yeah, they'll ride for Kirk, but Kirk got other problems. he got other problems that he got.
Let's move on from Aaron Rodgers real quick. Seattle wasn't able to take care of business against the Vikings. And that was a home game for Seattle. Geno Smith still played Geno.
That was a good game, man. That Seattle, Minnesota, that was a great game.
Geno.
Real.
The Minnesota won. They came out to play. Shout out to Geno Smith, who's supposed to have been hurt. 31 for 43, 314 yards, 3 TDs.
He battled. His defense let them down.
That was a crucial into at the end, though. Ooh, that was a bad into.
Yeah, I didn't see the end play, but
Smith, and that's what Geno Smith would do. He probably forced it. I didn't see it, but I'm sure he forced it.
He crucial into, man. Do you think
he did the same thing against the he did? I think what was the game they lost? The Rams? Was it no? What was the game they? Yeah, it was the Rams, right?
Now, Stoney, do you bring him back?
Yes.
All right. Who, Geno?
Yes, yeah. I'll bring Geno back. Yes,
I'll bring Geno back. Definitely,
I'll bring him back. Would I draft a quarterback?
Of course.
More than likely I will, but I'm not going to draft him high. I'm going to try to get him in a good round, a good value, somebody that I think that we could do something with him, because you got to start thinking like that right now, But yeah, I'll bring Geno back. He knows that system, and hey, like everything, man, you add certain things here and there and just try to improve that team. But he's good, man. Geno, he's a good quarterback. He just needs.
I like Geno.
Turnovers, man. He gotta minimize that shit because those turnovers come in the red zone too many times.
Yeah.
Too many times. He's in the red zone.
He forces.
I don't think I've ever seen a year with. I've never seen a year where there's so many bad teams. Like bad.
Yo, there's a lot of 3-11. There's like 5 3-11 teams. I think that's the most in the season.
I've never seen
3-11.
3-11
entering this week.
That's right. You got Jacksonville 3-12. You got
the Giants, the Browns,
the Raiders.
We got the number 2 pick now.
The Patriots.
You just named 5
you're right.
teams.
You said the Giants. Yeah, the Giants is 2-13. So shit, they got the number 1 pick. Yeah, you're right. That's going to be interesting. Draft. Who's going to end up with that 2 and 3? Because they all basically tied up.
Giants ain't winning another game. They ain't winning another game.
No, they're not winning another game. They're not winning another game.
The Panthers, hey, shout out to the Panthers. Shout out to the Panthers.
They coming. They coming.
Shout out to the Panthers, yo.
I think Bryce Young found something. I think he's ready to build off that and work hard in this offseason. You have to work really hard this offseason. Go to those OTAs. Get acquainted with your wide receivers.
Get stronger.
Stoney, I still for some reason though, I still think that coach moves on from that dude, bro. I think this was an
Nah, I don't think so.
Nah, they get. You think so, though, Stacks? I think they're not moving on from him, Stacks. He showed them what they need to see, I think.
Listen, you know how it is when the coach and that's not his guy. You know when they bench you for Andy Dalton. I mean, he did respond well. Shout out to him, but don't be surprised if they pick the quarterback. I'm telling you right now. I just think that coach. This could have been an audition tape for Bryce Young. It could have been. And somebody may listen. If I'm Miami, I'll pull the trigger and trade for Bryce. With the way Tua I'm telling you right now.
Concussions, you're right.
He is with the concussions. I'll trade for him. Like Miami got to think about drafting a quarterback. I'm telling you right now.
You're right.
They have to. I hope that coach don't move on from him, but I wouldn't be surprised if he did. I think he earned enough to keep that job.
What's up with that quarterback? He's a backup for the Cowboys that the 49ers picked him up.
Trey Lance. He's never playing football again. You won't see Trey Lance. You won't see Trey Lance.
You don't think he'll get a second chance somewhere?
It's going to take a coach with it's going to take a coach that's patient. I mean, think about it, Stoney. If there was a place that was going to replenish him, though, Shanahan would have did a good job with it. He's done.
Yeah,
Shanahan does a great job with his quarterbacks. So I thought Shanahan.
He didn't want him either.
Nope.
He didn't
Yeah,
want
he
him.
wanted him. He traded up to get his ass.
I thought that was Lynch that did that.
That was both of them. That was both of them.
Wow.
That was both of them. Hey, Lynch and Shanahan is joined at the hips. They communicate. They ain't like the fucking some of these owners and GMs that don't talk to each other. This motherfucker just make moves. So that they both moved up. They wanted Trey Lance.
Trey Lance, I think Trey Lance. I hate to say it, guys, he might be the career backup. I hate to say it.
He has all the intangibles too, man. He got a great body type. He got an arm. He got the legs. But damn, he just don't have the head, man.
That's what it is.
He don't have the brain.
You don't got the brain.
You got things, Tony. I don't think he's played much football either.
Probably not. I mean, and he played in the FCS, so that's a different.
Yeah.
Different, different leagues.
So then Carson Wentz, and he almost won MVP. So
he almost won MVP, man. Yeah. Wow, man, that is crazy, man. That is crazy. Carson Wentz, man. How he just felt.
Let me talk about this game real quick, and I just want. I love talking about this because I know I get Stacks kind of riled up. Indianapolis took care of business on the Tennessee Titans today, 38-30. Your boy Anthony Richardson. He won again, Stacks. He was 7 for 11, 131 yards, and 1 TD, 1 INT. Wow. That's all I got to say about that.
Jonathan Taylor must have ran the hell out of the ball. He must have.
I got to look that back up. Dimitri Timothy.
Yeah, he like
what he said. Drake May outperforms Allen today. Good take, Dimitri. Good take, Dimitri. Yeah, I think so. I think he tried to.
I mean, he had under 200 yards. Josh Allen. So
and that's in the way and the tear he been on. That's low for him.
That's low. That's low. But shout out to the Patriots defense.
Yo, he fucked up somebody parlay today, Josh Allen.
Oh, yes, he did. He was favored by 14.
I actually picked 14-point
favorite.
I picked Drake.
I should have hopped on
50 rushing and throwing easy money.
Yeah, I can see that.
And he ended up with 250 throwing.
And I seen that because Buffalo, like you all said,
secondary shaky.
Defense is fucking terrible.
I agree.
Yo, they were saying that today. The commentators were saying that today. And shout out to Dimitri Timothy for coming through on this. Come through again, man. You're new to the we never seen your name pop up on a Parlay With Us podcast. So always join us on every Sunday, 7:30. Pop up, give us some questions, give us some of your comments. We love it. Yes, Drake May did outperform Allen today. You are totally right. I think so myself. He ran the ball well, he threw the ball well. So
that cat sound like a cat. That cat, Dimitri, sound like a cat out there though from Methuen or some shit with the Red Sox joint right there.
Yeah, you could tell he's a Boston guy. You could tell he got the Red Sox.
Where you from, Dimitri?
Where you from, Dimitri? Let us know. He already said thanks, guys. So he gonna let us know where he from, man. But yeah, so like you said, man, he ain't saying nothing yet. I'm just keeping an eye on it. Yeah, Anthony Richards. Let's get back to that. Yo, Stacks. He said Florida. Oh, okay. You where with so you down there where Stacks is at then? What part of? We ain't gonna come looking for you, but Stacks is in the what we call that area the Gulf area of Florida, northern Florida. You could say that Tampa area. You said, yep.
Richardson is fucking. I don't know what they're gonna do with that dude. I don't know.
Yo, the King, Hollywood, Florida. Shout out to Hollywood, Florida. I've been there many times. I like that. I like that neighborhood. I like that little city.
Yeah, shout out to Stony. That's Stony, old neck of the woods right there.
Yeah, that's Stony.
Hollywood. I was in Dade County.
You was in Dade County. Using Dade County.
I was in Kendall.
That's right outside though. That's right outside.
Well, Hollywood.
I was South Florida.
Yeah, that's where the casino is. That's where the casino is. That Broward? Is that Broward County? I think that's Broward.
That's Broward County. I was in.
That's
Dade
Broward County.
I'm
not even from Florida, but I've been in Florida so much I know them little counties. So especially South Florida.
I was with Trick Daddy and all them where. That's where I was at.
using Wade County. They was calling it at one point.
Yeah, there you go. I was down there.
So yeah, shout out to Dimitri Timothy for coming through. He's a Red Sox fan, obviously a Boston fan. He's all the way down in Hollywood, Florida. Shout out to you, man. Hit that thumbs up and that like button, man. Help us with this algorithm, Dimitri, and you're always welcome to join us every week, man. We're here on Thursdays and we're here on Sundays. Thursday at 7:30, Sunday at 7:30 every week, man. So shout us out and check us out every week. So yeah, like I said, back to Richardson. I don't think the Colts can continue with that type of play of a quarterback. They can't continue. I don't think how much they're going to win with a quarterback who can't even pass for more than 20 attempts. You know what I mean? That's 20. He can't even get 20 attempts in, bro. Like Drake May is seeing that in his sleep. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man. And Richardson's a beast. He beat us the other day. We was at that game, me and Cook. He is big. He's a big fucking dude. But you can see he can't throw the rock. He can't throw the rock. That's it. You know what I mean? But he can run though. He can, you know, you're gonna jump on his back. That's for sure. Yes, we spoke about the Patriots earlier, Demetrius Stevenson. Yes, that fumble caused us the game. You're totally right. That was the difference maker. That changed the whole game. You're right. I think so because we was moving down the field, and that fumble kind of changed the whole trajectory of the shit. Truthfully,
I don't know what's up with that dude. He got to get that. They might have to put that cat in the joint in like some kind of chamber. Just punch at the rock all day.
Yeah, somebody just got to keep like they need to go with some simulations with this dude because that's not gonna work well. As you can see in pivotal moments, you can't do that. Period. Let's see. I'm gonna go on to another game before we move on. You guys, if y'all got any games that y'all like down the slate this week, please shout it out.
Those are all the games, pretty much.
Those are the games, man. We ran through everything. We ain't gonna talk about Jacksonville. We ain't gonna talk about the Dolphins. So
move on. How y'all guys did with the college joint this weekend?
Yes, let's go on to the college. Well, Stacks was me and him spoke.
I didn't do too well. I mean, Clemson lost, Tennessee lost, and they didn't give up a fight. So those are my two bets that I put in last week.
Tennessee shocked me, man. I was
shocked
by that.
They didn't play too well. Clemson too. I mean, Clemson had chances. They had their chances.
Yeah,
what was the final score on Clemson?
I think it was 34-27.
Did they cover?
No.
They lost by 14.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they had so many chances to cover, though. They had a lot.
Yeah, they was at the goal line. They was at the goal line a lot, Stoney. They was at the goal line
a lot. Yeah.
I won the Notre Dame.
But that Ohio State, Oregon, that's gonna be a good game right there, man. That to me, that's gonna be the best game.
Stoney, I think for some reason, that game's in Atlanta.
Let me see.
Oh, Ohio State did shock me though. I didn't think
they probably got something right now. They
look like that. Michigan loss is probably the best thing to happen to them.
Some teams are fire, man.
Even though they wouldn't say that
during the game. A commentator said that during the game, though.
Michigan loss is probably the best thing that happened to them.
Yep. A commentator did say that during the game.
That's the Rose Bowl.
A juggernaut.
That's the Rose Bowl. Oregon and Ohio State. The Rose Bowl.
That's California, right?
Yep. Pasadena.
Yep. Pasadena.
That's USC Stadium, I believe.
Right.
Notre Dame, Georgia's gonna be good too.
Stacks, real quick. Did you expect Penn State to take care of SMU like that? 38-10?
Oh man, I was shocked by that though. I ain't gonna lie. I thought SMU put up a little bit better of a game.
I thought they would a little better fight.
Yeah, I did too. I thought Penn State could. I wouldn't be surprised if SMU beat them because Penn State sometimes.
He said, "What happened to Alabama? What happened to Alabama?" Like
they lost.
I don't got no time. I don't want to. I can't.
They lost to Vanderbilt.
They're not in the tournament. That's what happened. That's what happened.
They lost to Vanderbilt. That's what killed them.
Like, what are we doing?
They shouldn't be in the tournament. They lost. They shouldn't be there. If any, I thought the committee did a good job of picking teams to get in there. I wasn't too happy with Indiana up in there, but
the thing is, I agree, Stats. We talked about this. The only thing is, every team that gets smoked or lose, you could be, like they shouldn't have made it in. Like, no one's ever going to be happy.
No,
it's like
Alabama should not have been in this tournament.
Yeah, that's it. They lost. They lost. That's it. But I agree with people saying that you can't. What we're gonna do? Have 40 teams in the fucking tournament? You know what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, it's like, listen. We're gonna this with college football. No matter what, we said it too. I think me and Crooks talked about this last year. When it went from the voting BCS, obviously that was whatever. And then it went from 4. They expanded. There's always going to be someone that's going to be left out. It's just like that in college basketball. You got 64 teams. Right,
remember those started with 48 teams, not 60.
Right. It's like, but
now they got the fucking. What they got to do to play in joints like the first round.
They made it. Listen. I know I'm getting older because I hate to be that guy saying when I was growing up, you had to win your motherfucking, your tournament. You had to win this. The BCS niggas was voting. We're voting. Imagine that. Well,
you gotta be undefeated, basically. You got to be undefeated.
Like you exactly
on the BCS, you have to be undefeated.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. One loss the most. One loss the most.
The most.
They had co-champions. What are we doing? Participation trophies? Like, come on, man.
He said the Hurricanes should make the playoffs. I mean, what do you mean? They should have made the playoffs?
Of course, you're going to say that where you live at. Of course, you're going to say that. You ain't fooling me.
But you know what? Shout out to the U because the U's back on a rise. They coming back. Remember, the U's been gone.
They had a chance to solidify. That was a bad L too. They lost. They should have lost that game. They was up 21 points.
He said should have. Yeah, should. That's what. And like Stack said, because you're representing down there. I don't know how good Hurricanes was this year, but I know they were back on the up.
The Hurricanes. Me and Doe talked about this. They was walking it. They had dodged.
They almost lost. Yeah,
they should have lost at least 3 games that I watched. They should have lost at least 3.
Should have.
Shout out to David Burns from Cedar Hill, Texas. David Burns always chiming in. Shout out to David Burns from Cedar Hill, Texas, man. We appreciate you.
Shout out to your Longhorns, David Burns. Y'all got that was a good win for y'all.
Yeah, and I think he mentioned something about I want the Cowboys to lose tonight. Go Bucks. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So, you don't represent the Cowboys. Maybe you represent the Houston Texans then, because I never heard a Texans person saying they ain't representing their Cowboys, supposed to be America's team.
Yeah, so, shout out. I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know, but that college football shit is gonna be. It's gonna be that Notre Dame Georgia Stony is interesting.
That's gonna be good, man.
Yeah,
I mean, look, I got Georgia and Oregon in the finals, so you know who I'm rooting for.
That Georgia Carson Beck's out. That's
it's the rookie leading them, right? The rookie.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
the rookie. Freshman. Yeah, he's a freshman.
The freshman.
Yeah, the freshman. He came in and took over that game. So, I hear what you're saying, but they're going without the rookie. Without their guy.
Kirby's gonna have those guys ready, man. They're gonna have those guys ready to go. It's gonna be a low-scoring game. I think it's gonna be one of those run the ball, possession, and see who turns the ball over.
Demetrius said he's taking OSU to win the whole thing. Woo!
That's not a bad pick. I mean, Ohio State. That's a sleeper right there. I mean, especially what they did last week, or a couple of days ago. That was a great win for them.
Yeah, your Cowboys got a lot to do down there. David Burns, they got a lot to work on down there. A lot to work on. You know. Yeah. So, like I said, I didn't expect Penn State to do what they did.
I didn't think they'd be SMU like that. I agree.
And Indiana, yes, the game was 17-27. They looked like they was playing ball, but they was getting their ass waxed. Like that was garbage TDs, if you want to call it that, man. They were getting their ass handed to them. Clemson, I'm surprised. Clemson too was getting their ass handed to them.
They fought back, though. Clemson did fight back.
They fought back. They had a chance to get within a touchdown and get the ball back after halftime, and they did. They got within a touchdown and they got the ball back, but they didn't do nothing with it.
It was at that goal, like Stoney said. It was at that goal line a couple of times. So they had their opportunities. They just, they just couldn't punch it in.
So Stoney likes Oregon, Georgia for the title.
For the game, yeah, for the title, yeah.
For the title.
Yeah. That's my matchup, my prediction for the college football championship, the matchup. And I got Oregon winning it all. I think they're the most complete team. I don't see anybody.
So you're not afraid of Oregon? You're not afraid of Oregon getting maybe shocked by Ohio State?
That wouldn't be a shock, though.
No, it wouldn't be a shock. It wouldn't be a shock. I think that I think Ohio State will give them a run for their money, but they just got a lot going for them over there. They're the most complete team, offensively, defensively. They got a great quarterback. I just feel like this is their year. This is their year. They've been knocking at the door a few times in the past, man. This is a team that's been around and just kept coming up short. And I think this is the year that they could take it to that next level and win that title.
And Dimitri says, by the way, he's a Michigan fan. I had no choice. Okay, he had no choice by picking Ohio State. Yo, that's funny. That's funny. You're a Michigan fan and you're going to run for Ohio State. That's like blasphemy for them too. That's for them two types of teams there, for those rivals. I was just about to say I was just about to mention what David Burns asking about Boise State. What do you think about Boise State?
I was just getting me. See, we thinking alike, because I was just going to say that Boise State and Penn State is an interesting game.
Very. But Boise State has disappointed since they have disappointed making to these playoffs, BCSs in the past, and just like getting a mollywop. So maybe it's a different season. You know what I mean? A different season. Maybe they built their program differently since back then. So maybe they might be a little bit more tougher than, because Boise State was one of them. Like, why Boise State in it? Back in them days.
Boise State used to win games back in the day.
Yeah,
it was always
but they would get to that. They would get to that BCS or get to and get mollywop. So
no, they wouldn't. That was a team nobody wanted to play. But that year they beat Oklahoma one time in the championship game, and I think they beat somebody else. Remember that? Hey, what was that one? My man brought out that Statue of Liberty, and they won that game. Remember that shit, Stoney? You remember that shit?
Yeah, that bullshit ass play.
Yeah, they won the game off that joint.
Yes, they did. I remember that some years ago.
I didn't know who the fuck had the ball.
They always had that blue field or some shit.
Yeah, the blue field.
That's them. Yep.
That's them. That's what I'm saying. Boise, like, I'm surprised.
But I know one thing, that running back, if he controls the game,
the running back from Boise State,
he's one. Yeah. He's one player that a running back, he could control it. He'll do a job like Jonathan Taylor did there.
Yeah.
Run for like 200 something yards, control the clock. And I'm not saying they're gonna win the game. I gotta really
I get it. I thought he should have won the high. I get Travis Hunter is different. Never seen that before, but if Travis Hunter didn't win
that,
I thought that running back.
All that shit is just
Yeah,
you think he should have been the
finals? I think he should have won it, but I understand why the other kid too. I'm not taking anything away.
Yeah, I do.
Both sides of the ball, but this kid could. Man, listen, I'm not gonna front. I started watching later in the year, but I'm like, yo, he's one of those guys.
7.8 yards a carry.
Yeah, man,
What's the kid's name again? Y'all know it?
Ashton Gentry.
Mm.
Gentry.
Mm.
Yeah, he's tough.
I stayed up one night. I wanted to hear what all the talk was about.
And you watch it?
Yeah, he's
I'm
tough.
around for like damn near 300. Like, God damn.
Okay, so next game and we gonna move on from the college football. We're about an hour and 24 minutes in. Wow, I'm just checking the time, guys. Wow, we put in some time tonight. Last game before we move on. We're gonna give some basketball talk and then call it a night. Notre Dame. Y'all think Notre Dame has no run? Y'all don't think they the competition for Georgia?
I think they could be.
They're gonna be a competition. Hell yeah, they're gonna definitely be a competition.
I think they could beat Georgia. I think they could beat Georgia. Notre Dame got the defense. And Notre Dame's running backs are averaging like two running backs that average over 6 yards a carry. That's crazy.
That's all I wanted to hear because they.
I don't like Georgia's quarterback. He was good last. I don't know.
He's out. He's out though. He ain't playing.
Yeah, he's out.
He's out.
Yeah, he's out.
He ain't coming back. Oh, okay. The young kid was
freshman.
I didn't know
with the
I
freshman.
wasn't paying attention. Oh,
yeah, they're going with the freshman. So I would like to see Notre Dame get there, guys. That's probably my upset.
I won't be an upset though.
I won't be an upset.
Y'all don't think so? When's the last time,
bro?
Let me ask you this. When's the last time Notre Dame even got so deep to win a
BCS? They good this year. They made it to a couple bowl games with Chip Kelly. Chip Kelly had them rolling. They were in the top. They've been number 5 all year, right?
Georgia's favored by 1.5 points.
Yeah,
that's why it won't be. That's why it's not going to be an upset.
Nah.
No, what's my man from LSU? Remember he was over there at Notre Dame winning all them games? Not Chip Kelly, the coach at LSU.
Brian.
I know you're talking about.
Kelly.
Yeah, he had Notre Dame. He had Notre Dame riding.
Yeah,
he's
from Chelsea. That dude.
He sure is from Chelsea. You're right.
Oh, he is.
I'm gonna find out. He's an LSU coach right now, right?
Yeah, he had Notre Dame.
Brian Kelly or Brian something?
It's Brian Kelly. Is it Brian Kelly?
I'm thinking about Chip Kelly. It might be Brian Kelly. Yeah, it is Brian
Kelly.
Brian Kelly.
It is Brian Kelly.
It's Brian Kelly.
Yeah, he had Notre Dame. Notre Dame been a good. You got to think about back in the day. Shit, Notre Dame had Raheem Bishman and all them. They was always winning something.
Oh yeah, they had the Rocket, right? Yeah,
money before the money was they shit. All the doing.
Yeah.
That's true.
Notre Dame, you think about the players that came
forever.
Real quick, I'm up behind the grill. We switching up gears before we end the show. Yes, R.I.P. to Ricky Henderson. Yeah, Ricky Henderson was a great,
the greatest leadoff hitter in history.
Yeah. He was good. I used to like.
He was a true baseball player.
True baseball player. I wasn't even big into baseball play, but when I watched the Oakland A's with Ricky Henderson and shit, the dude was He was good. He was great. He was great. Don't know what he passed for. Passed early, man. 65 years old, man. Come on, man.
Pneumonia.
Pneumonia.
Yeah, pneumonia. Same thing Bernie Mac died from.
Damn. That's crazy. So thanks behind the grill for even throwing that out there. That was a good look. Shout out to Ricky Henderson. He was an original game changer. And yes. Ashe to him. With that being said, let's move on, guys. We're gonna give you guys 3 more minutes of some NBA talk. Stacks, what you got? This is your stuff. I put it down there on the title because I know you keep saying, guys, man, y'all don't even mention nothing about ball. So I had to put it on there so to give you that little time. I know it's early, but Stacks he's still watching. He watch every day, all the time. You know, you can't. This dude's on that basketball. So Stacks, what you got about basketball?
I was in tune. You know, of course, we know the Celtics watched. That's a good win for them. I'm shocked by how bad Minnesota's playing right now.
You know what's so funny? No, I was late to the show. I was watching the Anthony Edwards clip. If y'all ain't see that shit.
Yo, that shit was funny.
Yo, I swear. I was on my phone and I was like, oh shit, the show about to start. I was watching that clip. I'm not surprised, man, because not because I don't think they could be better. When you make a trade like that, you take it on a foundational piece, whether we can't live up to it or not. They changed that whole team around, and the pieces just ain't fitting. You know what I mean? And you know, that's how I mean. That's how I feel about that. I never liked Julius Randle. I never liked him. I never liked his game. I didn't think he makes anybody better. When the Knicks, when he was on, you know how I feel about it. I watched the Knicks. And when he sat down last year, that's when they went off. That's when they lifted off. So
That's true.
Him going to Minnesota, and I'm not surprised. Well, I'm not gonna say I'm not surprised. You're right. I'm not surprised they're not as good as they were, but I'm surprised they don't play, because that coach is a great coach, and I feel like if anybody could make it work, he could. And he's not.
Him and that coach from Memphis.
Yeah, they're just great basketball coaches.
Yeah.
Those,
and that's my sleeper team coming out the West. Besides OKC is Memphis. I think Memphis can get up and down with them. I think Memphis got the personnel to kind of slow them down a little bit, because Memphis got some bigs that's underrated, man. Like I like Memphis. I think Memphis and OKC gonna be a good, if that happens in the Western Conference Finals, that'll be a good one. Dallas took a step back, I thought, a little bit. It's gonna be an interesting trade deadline, because there's a lot of teams out there that need pieces. Yeah, a lot of names floating
Let
around.
me ask you a question, because I haven't been paying attention to basketball, but they was just on the top of the echelon. They was on that mountain 2 years ago. Where's Denver?
They don't want to pay the players.
Yep.
They don't want to
pay. I don't think they got the money. Now, though they just put your boy on the block today too, Michael Porter Jr.
Yeah, they don't have the money. You know what's funny? I was watching Denver, because like stats, I watch all the teams, and I was watching a game on NBA TV, and they were saying, I don't know about now, they were saying that they don't even have their own TV deal or whatever. Like, it's weird how they don't have their local TV. They get NBA TV money, but they don't have like how we have,
New England Sports Channel.
Like they don't have that.
Do they pay the guard yet?
Murray?
I think they paid Murray.
Yeah, he got paid. He got paid like 2 years ago.
2 years ago, he did. During that run.
Oh,
he got paid.
They didn't pay Bruce. They traded away. And the thing is, their draft picks, the kid Brown from KC.
Brown's playing better. He's playing better.
Yeah, he's okay. But overall, they didn't hit. The kid Watson ain't hit. The kid Najee didn't hit. Their draft picks ain't hit. Other than Brown and Brown.
I like the kid Julian Strada though. I like Strada. I think Strada.
But overall, not to take over for what they put him in though. You know what I'm saying, Stacks? Like he could be good, but he's not taking over. You've got rid of not foundational, because they weren't there, but you got rid of guys like Brown. You got rid of Kentavious Pope. Those are guys that won you that championship just as much as Joker did. Don't get me wrong, Joker's numbers are insane. But see, like I said, when you don't have those guys hitting them shots like KCP was hitting, Bruce Brown, shout out to him, local kid.
Bruce Brown
doing all the dirty work, getting boards, running the point, playing guarding 4 positions, not 5, because he couldn't guard the center. But when you don't want to pay these guys, which, like I said, it's just like Stack said, they just don't have the money to do it. So, and Joker's great, man. Like I said, but
they'll be back. They got to retool. I mean, as long as they got Jokic, they'll hover around.
For sure.
They hover around that 5 or 6 spot.
But they ain't gonna win nothing.
Nah, they ain't gonna win.
Not with this roster.
They had a window to maybe run off 2 straight, and they ran the Ant-Man. Ant-Man caught fire on them. That's what it was.
That's what it was. He caught fire on him. He did. Good analogy with that. Last 2 questions, guys. And it's basketball and it's teams I'm talking about. Damn, it was just on top of my head. Clippers. What's going on with that team?
The Clippers is the Clippers.
I know they spent the money though. They were spending money, Stack. So that's why I'm asking this question.
On the wrong guys.
But you know what though?
Are they old? Are you saying they old? What is it?
They ain't old.
No, I mean Kawhi. It's Kawhi. That's the obvious. It's Kawhi. Kawhi is the one reason why they're in bad shape right now. It's Kawhi. They had their hopes that Kawhi would lead that team. to the playoffs, to the finals. They was hoping he had that same magic that he had with Toronto. You know, I mean, with the Spurs, he had, you know, the people around him with Duncan and all these guys. But that run he had with Toronto, they still looking for that Kawhi.
Oh shit!
You know, where he had all these no-name players balling. So they thought he had that same, you know,
I saw something about Kawhi feeling
on this team.
I saw something. I read something about, not to cut you. I saw something. I read something about Kawhi, you know, feeling like, you know, he feel bad. Something about he feels bad about where they're at, where he's at. He wants to play. No, they saying he wants to get on the court.
Stop cashing that fucking check then.
They said he wants to get on the court. Wait a minute. They said he wants to get on the court, but he just can't get on the court.
But Stacks, his contract ain't. I mean, it's gonna be up pretty soon. It's not like they tied him. They didn't tie him up. Like, that's the good thing.
I think he got 2 more years on that deal, Stone.
It's like 2 more years. But it ain't. But that's one thing about the NBA. Like, you're not signing these long-term deals where you're strapped with these guys.
Like,
you know,
10-year deals. Nah,
yeah, these guys, they're gonna be off the books pretty soon, and that's just gonna be the case.
Remember, they had a deal. Remember, they had a deal. He had a deal, and they picked up his option. So the option added on like 3 more years.
Because they hopes is so high with this guy, man. They think he's gonna be the savior, man. I feel bad because they're not gonna get that Kawhi. They're not gonna get that same Kawhi.
Last question. Milwaukee East. What they look like? Stacks, Doe, Crook. I don't know. I'm asking.
I wouldn't sleep on them.
I mean, shit. They got Giannis. If you got Giannis, you got a chance. That's
I'm disappointed though. I'm disappointed in Dame. You go and win the cup, fine, whatever. Then you go play Cleveland. When I turn that game on, you ain't playing, bro. That's whack, bro. That's whack, bro. You need to. The thing is, you go into these games, and I understand the regular season to a lot of these gentlemen ain't nothing, because in the NBA now everybody makes the playoffs, playing this and that. But they go into Milwaukee. I mean, they go into Cleveland without Dame. I want to see that game with Dame in it. He wasn't hurt. He just won the cup over there dancing around the fucking court. I want to see them play Cleveland after that cup, and they got smoked.
Yeah, they
got smoked that game.
They're not none of them upper echelon. Celtics, we already swept them for the season. They're done off our radar. We don't have to play them no more. But if they play,
but you said it.
They're third. Now that Orlando got these injuries, I think they're probably a third.
Orlando. It's so funny. It's like, I don't know Orlando Magic. Like, that's so weird. I know. Like 2 years ago, Stacks. We've been at this and we've been talking. I heard 2 years ago Orlando was right. They were there. That was a team.
They got some bad breaks.
If they were healthy, they'd be in top 4. What are they right now? They up there now.
They got a lot of talent.
They got a lot of young talent.
I think it would be.
Fran Wagner, he's pretty good.
He got hurt last night. Both of them are out, Stony.
Yeah, they done. Wow.
Both of them.
ACL.
Both of them. The brother's out with an oblique. Who knows how long he's out? Jalen Suggs got hurt. They in bad shape. Your boy was out with an oblique. Apollo. They in bad shape over there, man. They in bad shape. They're still playing hard. Shout out to that coach. He's doing a good job with the young kids.
Right.
But the injury bug bit them bad, man. Bad.
Damn. Well, I'm glad that you guys gave me a little bit what's going on in the NBA. I'm going to be more.
Shout out one more thing.
Go ahead.
I stayed up late to watch this game too. Yo, that girl Juju Watkins is serious, dog.
Didn't I tell you about Juju
right now,
I told y'all Juju. They said Juju. People was talking Caitlin Clark, boy. They said Juju is the real deal. They've been saying that since even when Caitlin Clark was going off. They was like all this hoopla for Caitlin Clark, and this chick is like bad as all hell.
Yo, she had Paige Beckers in her back pocket the other night. I was like, this shit is wow. Like,
I watched a little of that game. I seen one play where she picked her pocket.
USC, right?
Yeah, she picked, but they almost did they win that game?
They did. They had them by 24 at one point.
Yeah, did they win though? They ended up winning.
Yeah, they won.
Yeah, they won because I put it on. It was like 0.2 seconds left. Now she's tough. You know, at the end of the day, though, at the end of the day, man, I like though that you have like I wouldn't know. I mean, I wouldn't have watched. I'm just keeping it real. I wouldn't have watched that game 2-3 years ago. Just the fact that I'm watching all these girls.
No, you wouldn't have. You wouldn't have. You're totally right. You're totally right.
I would have watched UConn girls. I would have watched UConn girls because Gino usually got.
I can't stand Gino. I can't.
I watch his players, man. I'm a big Maya Moore is my favorite all-time girls player of all time.
Well, shout out to Maya Moore. I think she got for the Hall of Fame. Shout out to Carmelo, Maya, Amara Stoudemire. There's a few others I'm missing. Shout out to them, Hall of Fame. And they're not inducted, but they were like nominated, I think. I gotta go up there. You know how many times I drove by
UConn Hall of Fame? UConn Hall of Fame?
That's what you're saying? Springfield.
Springfield?
Yeah. Bro, I drove by that thing a million times and never went inside it.
Melo
never been in there.
Hopefully Melo's the first ballot. Hopefully.
Who, Carmelo? He should be. He should be. Yeah, he should be. Is AI in it?
Yo, yeah.
Okay. I just know I'm sleeping on certain things, so I just want to make sure he got his jacket. Stuff like that. I just want to,
a while ago.
Okay, good. I just thought of him like he came across my mind, like y'all talking about guys that's gonna be getting their jacket, so I had to mention AI.
It's a lot of people in that Hall of Fame.
What about KG and PS got theirs already?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yo, I saw real quick. We're about to end it, guys. Yo, people out there in the YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch world, thank you for joining in. We had good conversations with a lot of you guys here on the comment section. I embrace it. That's one part of this show that I like to embrace is the comments, because when you get people involved, the show moves on and it kind of like builds something with it. So I love the comments. And because that's questions and comments that we answer and we kind of piggyback off. So I appreciate everybody on the YouTube side of things, the Facebook side of things, and Twitch for coming in and joining us. Please don't forget, guys, like, subscribe, thumbs up, the whole nine. That was great. I had something on my mind I was going to say, but we could probably call it a night though. Yeah, it was great. It was a good show tonight. And I will be seeing you guys on Thursday. Whoa, yeah, Thursday. I keep forgetting Christmas. That would be the day after Christmas, so we should be recuperated by then. From the whole, holiday festivity stuff, right? So, any last words from the team? You guys could go ahead and say it. I appreciate everybody. I appreciate you guys doing this every week. We started this we're going on year 2. You know what I mean? So that, that goes to show the dedication from all 3 of you guys. Yes, sometimes we have, conflicts, schedule conflicts, but we all still try to put in and we go, put it this way, we back each other up. So when I'm not there, Doe's there backing. When Doe's not there, Stony'S backing. When Stony'S not there, Stacks is backing. So that's what makes this team solid. And we'll keep bringing you guys that content. So with that being said, if you guys have any last words, y'all go ahead and chime it, and then I'm going to end it.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah,
nice.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
That's exactly what I was going to say. How you say it in Dominican, Stony, for all our...
Feliz Navidad.
Feliz Navidad. You can't forget that one. That's so easy. Feliz Navidad to everybody out there. We'll see you guys on Thursday. We out.
We out.
Yeah, God, to make moves. Doobie don't snooze. It's on your back, cause they hate you. Dog breakthrough.